Ropz had spent years trying and failing to conquer the game he loved.
And it's just Ropz. Young Estonian's first time in the playoffs. He's certainly impressed, but it's not been enough.
But he didn't let the cheating accusations stop him. His incredible play shone through even when his teams didn't.
Yeah, that smoke man actually helped him with a Ropz, and a great call, and the spray is in, and he gets all of the kills!
No.
Headshots in a row, unbelievable, and that's gonna be overtime. Look at Oscar just laughing.
Still, a major win would clinch his rise to superstardom in a way that nothing else could.
And Rain, he's not done. He gets his 30, and FaZe 2 frags away. One more.
Robin Ropz Kool represents a new generation of Counter-Strike players.
I think it was like 15 when I started playing CSGO. I watched the first few tournaments and they were like the same guys who were playing the older version, and I saw that they're getting really old at this point, and I was like, okay, I'm at the age that they were starting.
From a young age, he was able to envision a future in competitive gaming, and to that end, he even applied to join FaZe Clan.
Okay, hello my dudes, I am Ropz, and this is my FaZe 5 recruitment challenge response, powered by G-Field.
Ropz played a variety of FPS titles, making content for Call of Duty, 1.6, and eventually CSGO. And as he developed, the skills Ropz displayed in FPL streams of pro players showed that he was able to hang with the game's best.
A lot of the people in Estonia grinded FaceIt, and I got into the FaceIt grind. There was a lot of money on the line. It was really competitive since you were already playing for something.
He attracted a ton of attention and was quickly becoming one of the game's most anticipated up-and-comers.
The way I got scouted, it was very fast. It was like becoming a hero from nobody.
But the same skills that were getting him noticed were also drawing cheating accusations in some parts of the community. A traumatic experience for a player looking to make his start.
Oh, this Ropz. Can you stop playing like shit, Ropz, please? We need your cheats, man.
Watch this shit, man. He does like these quick looks. That's so weird, bro. Like, why are you doing that?
He even had to fly to the FaceIt studios in London and play FPL from there to prove that he wasn't cheating.
Obviously, like all the cheating allegations and stuff like that, those were pretty rough on me, because those are the people I tried to look up to, and I tried to become one of them, and then they kind of went against me.
Eventually, though, once Ropz did join a professional team, he was given a rare opportunity to continue attending school in his home country of Estonia while still traveling and playing competitively.
He is still going in school, even now when we're playing at the big tournaments, because his school is like really willing to let him live this dream.
But that didn't mean that his life was easy. Between the cheating accusations and managing his packed schedule, Ropz also faced significant personal challenges, like the terrible, life-changing news he received from his mom while practicing CS one day.
My mom came into my room, and I was like, okay, don't bother me, I'm playing. I'm busy now, and I'm just having some fun. But she said it's serious, and she just sat me down to have a talk, and she let me know that my dad committed suicide.
The tragedy shook Ropz and upended his life.
We had some problems with like bankruptcy. The bank had to take this house. So I could just go back in time and, you know, tell my dad that I could earn so much money playing CS, and just wait, like, things will work out.
Ropz stuck with CS. He committed himself to the game, hoping to make a better life for his family with his skills. The only thing he really lacked was experience. But despite his unproven track record on LAN, Mousesports saw Ropz's potential and decided to take a chance on him in April of 2017. A gamble that turned out to be a no-brainer.
I know there's one within the site. He's going to be rubbing back with the man in heaven, but Ropz, he does it. And now Body. 1v2, if he finds one of these, this round is over. He turns it into a one-on-one, but Ropz lands the shot. He somehow does it.
Dan and Elige now have to watch as their tournament hopes hang in the balance. Oscar extends it. Twist now joins them. As it's down to Nitro alone, just Nitro. Oscar's got two. Sticker's going to finish it, and Mousesports They've done it.
Don't slow down. The bomb is on the ground. Kirby finds additional chances here, but he is now the last man standing with the UMP. Kirby. Shot in the back, and that's it. 16-9, Mousesports.
And one of the core principles behind Mouse's transformation was the idea that while Ropz was indeed a formidable aimer, the entire roster would need to pitch in to find wins.
No one can say that if Nico was in this team, they would probably be better, right? But it's not revolving around one single player anymore. Yeah. It's more about the team making good decisions and playing well as a unit instead.
As exciting as Ropz's rookie season in 2017 was, he didn't make HLTV's top 20 players list. And for the next year or so, Mouse consistently struggled on the game's biggest stages.
He finds Oscar at the lockers as well after taking down the long shot. Kerrigan is sunny, and it's just Ropz. Young Estonians, first time in the playoffs. Certainly impressed, but it's not been enough. 2-0 for FaZe. They'll move through to the semifinal, and our favorites move on.
Definitely not with ease, but Mousesports, it's the same heartbreaking story. Close, but no cigar again.
It wasn't all bad news, though. Ropz and his teammates were able to steal ESL 1 New York out from underneath Liquid a few months later.
This is Chris sick. Again, it's all to Twist. He knows it. The young rookie, so much skill. He knows where the bomb is. He knows there's a smoke on it. He's got it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Sonny's got away with it. Mousesports win it. The Battle of Brooklyn. And they're back to winning after the roster change.
And as HLTV writer Marco Rizzo pointed out, from a pure value perspective, this roster was punching way above its weight class for much of 2018. Plus, 3 of the players on the team were in the top 20 list in 2018, including Ropz, who made his debut in the 19th spot. But after the team failed to qualify for 2019's first major, they decided to make some serious changes and bring in a new leader. Despite being regarded as one of the best IGLs in the world, Kerrigan had never won a major. But if Mouse wanted to add depth, then he was almost certainly their best choice.
Given any kind of players around him, he would almost immediately figure out how to use them and how to play the best Counter-Strike. I think it's one of the reasons why he's regarded as one of the greatest IGLs out there.
And as of March 2019, Mouse was Kerrigan's puzzle to figure out.
This could be a clutch in the making right now from X7. He's picked up the AWP, but Kerrigan, he's got the off angle, he's nailed it, and that's it. Mousesports, they came back against Tyloo, and they've won against ENCE. I cannot believe that they've done this.
The relationship between Kerrigan and Ropz was critical to Mouse's success, but it was also history repeating itself. 8 years earlier, a young Kerrigan had joined Mouse's 1.6 roster, helmed by legendary German IGL Gob B, hoping to build his career and learn from one of the greats.
That was one of the guys who helped me achieve my highest level in 1.6. He was a god in 1.6 as a caller. As also as a mentor, his motivation, the way he cares about the teammates, the way he tried to explain stuff. I took much of his style into my leading as well. I mixed with every players, everyone, right? But there was something about being this motivator and the leader of the team, which was very... first time I ever experienced that.
Now it was Kerrigan's turn to mentor Ropz, to guide him through this critical time in his career where both the pressure and the expectations were at their peak. But the Mouse team dynamic was decidedly lopsided. Besides Chris J, all of the players were young up-and-comers who were eager to please, and that didn't always give Kerrigan the best information.
You know, like I was a mentor to the whole team, but sometimes I think we'd also need someone to battle him in a nice way. That means, hey, we need to figure this out. We need to do this differently, right? We had a coach doing that, but I feel like having 1-2 voices is not enough in a team. I think 3 voices is always the best way, because you're gonna have disagreements and agreements, and everybody has their own view of the game, and you mix together all those views. I think that's the way we become the best team in the world, and not just only 2 guys running the whole show.
While they narrowly missed the cut for playoffs at the only other major that season, Berlin, the team grew tremendously. And Ropz was, once again, a critical part of their success, earning ESL Pro League MVP honors and inching up the HLTV top 20 list to number 10 that year. But the game itself was about to change drastically, and Ropz's budding success would hit a serious roadblock.
It was just after Ice Challenge when we won, and it was like looking like it's going to be the best year I've ever had so far. But it took quite the turn in the end, and yeah, we just Mousesports fell apart, basically.
In 2020, it felt like Mousesports couldn't catch a break. They started the year off at number 2 in the world, right behind Astralis, but things went off the rails quickly.
He knows they're coming towards his location. He's been hiding behind the site. Another shot hits, but it's not enough. Gratisfaction secures it. 100 Thieves are off to the playoffs. They take down front runners for the playoffs, Mousesports, and the lower bracket run is complete.
By August, they were out of the top 20 entirely, and roster changes were the order of the day. The golden winter of 2019 was but a distant memory. Even so, Ropz continued to put up impressive numbers with eerie consistency. Not only that, but the loss of Woxic meant that Ropz had to sometimes pitch in as the opper as well.
We need to also make sure we don't get off. Oh my god. This play from Chris, it turns to 2. Oh, sorry, Ropz and top of mid. He's knocking him down like bowling pins. He gets 4. Is he on for the ace? He is. Naf will tuck tail and run. He's back to spawn. Ropz, will he find this? Oh, he locks it up. Ropz
is so damn cool.
Whatever the issue with Mouse was, it certainly wasn't Ropz. On the bright side, the ever-changing team comps and Mouse's lack of success helped him mature as a competitor outside the server as well.
I had like all the decisions being made for me. I didn't really do anything. I was like the guy who was told, just do your own thing and just play good and you're fine, and that's basically what happens. But over time, obviously, me and the organization is obviously more in touch, and we talk more about what the solutions can be and what we should do in general.
In early 2021, Kerrigan left Mouse to return to FaZe Clan, and the roster was thrown into chaos. Ropz kept up his staggering consistency, but the real trick was getting everyone firing at the same time. They managed it at Flashpoint 3, but reproducing that success proved difficult. Still, Ropz used this tumultuous period to grow and develop as a player, carving out a spot for himself in a lineup that was struggling to find an identity.
Ropz has started to become more aggressive. He's taking more opening duels. He's starting to play for map control a little bit faster. He's running a little bit more.
And while his team couldn't go deep at the big events, they certainly got as far as they did, mainly because of Ropz's efforts, which were, again, recognized with a 3rd top 20 placement in a row. But 2021 would be the last year that Ropz wore Mouse's jersey, as he followed his one-time mentor to a bright international future. FaZe Clan had almost everything. They had a tenacious, flexible role player, a young, electric opper, a fiery rifler with inhuman aim and a killer instinct, and a mastermind to run the whole damn thing. But they didn't have Ropz.
When Ropz was signed to FaZe Clan, it made an awful lot of sense. You look at the paper, you look at the lineup being put together right here, and we all agreed that, wow, that is a lineup that is supposed to win trophies. That is a lineup that is supposed to go far and major.
And it did make a lot of sense. For one, Kerrigan knew exactly what the team was getting, since he already had experience working with Ropz. The roster had plenty of firepower, but they weren't adding a streaky highlight machine or an unknown quantity to the mix. They were adding Ropz, a player who had shown incredible consistency in a difficult team situation and even managed to evolve his personal playstyle during that volatile time. If he could do that, imagine what he could do with FaZe.
Gives you a round like this, a 4th! Everybody falls at the hands of Rain, and this one is done. Deagle. FaZe Clan with a sweet, sweet revenge off of the back of the Norwegian Rain. AK picked back up by Alexi B, but he was tagged in the process. Hunter instead, though, gets JKS. Roki's still here. Oh, they lined up. He's actually hit 1+2. He did damage. That's going to drop them down. It's all on Hunter, and it's all over. Twist with the final kill. And FaZe finally on the stage in Katowice will take a championship. And you can see what it means to Kerrigan.
They're so locked in. They have to know it as well. Brokey's going to grab the angle with an AWP. He's not going to shy away. He'll step around that smoke, blinded a little bit, but surely he's going to come back for it. All of FaZe ready to fight. There's the flashbang. Brokey's got one more, and there's Rain. FaZe have done it. They take the series 3-1, and FaZe are going to be your champions.
Even as part of a super team, Ropz still stood out, earning MVP at ESL Pro League Season 15. But the real challenge still lay ahead. PGL Major Antwerp was FaZe's first chance to test their new roster on Counter-Strike's biggest stage. None of them had ever won a major, but the remnants of FaZe's old roster had been agonizingly close. If FaZe could win in Antwerp, they'd be the first ever international roster to do so. But their campaign got off to a rough start.
Oh, but even that dink's not enough.
Oh, Jesus.
And now this one's done, dude.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Ends. They strike first blood. A little bit of sweet revenge.
But as the matches rolled on, the team found their footing, earning a spot in the playoff stage.
He lines them up, knocks down 2, and over towards the arch. It's a fumble from Hampus. Man advantage for FaZe as they push into this site, and as the tank cowers, they're down. They are done, and FaZe Clan move on to the semifinals in Antwerp.
They crushed a Cinderella story in the semifinals.
No way! Siren! Oh man! Up close, cut down, Ropz! 1v1, and it's all on this defuse. Taps it! This hole decides it all. Carrigan up and over the top, and here in the Diamond City, he's going huge, going nuclear.
And then on the very doorstep of the grand finale, the greatest of all time barred Ropz's entry. But his hard work had already gotten him this far. He would just have to work even harder to bring it home.
Na'Vi's trades are so strong. Gets the bomb, gets 2 again. Carrigan does not surrender. And Simple's got 2. And the hand of the game, we go again. Bomb is half gone. Na'Vi's hopes and dreams with it. A couple of kills is all they need. And there's one. Simple, stubborn. Ropz meets his fate. And is only broken to pull FaZe across the line. It's done! And Rain, he's not done. He gets his 30. And FaZe 2 frags away. One more!
It's tempting to think that Ropz's skills meant that his big win was inevitable. But getting there took a lot more than just sick aim. It took a country, community, and family who believed in him, even as his future opponents accused him of cheating and he faced deep personal loss. It took a willingness to learn from the game's greats and to work harder every day to show that he was invested in going all the way to the top. Ropz belonged on FaZe Clan and belonged on that stage. He proved it over and over so consistently that it was never in doubt. And in Antwerp, Ropz showed us that he belonged in the history books too. And at only 23 years old, he has a hell of a lot more of that history to write.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring the notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit us up on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.